Okay, this one's for Gabby.
This is Princeville, the north shore of Kauai. And as you can see, it's a very gray and rainy day today, quite windy. And this is right outside my back porch. I'm standing on the back porch, looking out at the ocean, looking due north. It's just after 6:30, and I'm looking due east from here, 6:30 a.m. This is sunrise, so I'm looking towards Kaua'i on my house. In fact, you can just see it. I just flagged. And if you listen carefully, you can hear the chickens that roost in the trees around here. They all are escapees from escapees from Hurricane Himiki. And this is our little hacienda. You can see our light on in the lower right-hand corner. Very beautiful place, this. Now I'm going to pan over this way, and you can see that way is the main courtyard. This is kind of on the back side of the property, right against the cliffs, where the Pacific Ocean meets the land here. Well, it's Kauai. What can I say? It's rainy again, as you can see. And I'm sitting here underneath a nice little canopy in the rain. It's not so bad. If you're going to be stranded in the rain, this is not a bad spot. Okay, we rented a cabana today, which here is called Kaua'i. And so the idea was it's been raining, and so the thing was it's supposed to keep us out of the rain, but of course it turned out to be beautiful and sunny today. And this is the view from the papaya.
Trees of green and red roses too. I watch them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Well, I see skies of blue, and I see clouds of white, and the brightness of day. I like
Honolulu Dolphin, kind of an open-air alfresco dining place with tiki torches.
What a wonderful world.
Nighttime, so it's hard to tell what's going on here.
The colors of the
As good as I
rainbow,
can take.
so pretty in the sky.
What Hawaiian vacation is complete without a helicopter trip around the island? 8 o'clock in the morning, we arrived at the airport, met with our Echo Star Blue Hawaiian helicopters, and lifted off without incident. Our intrepid pilot took us first to the south side of the island, over the town of Poipu and Kola. Very nice ride over the dry side of the island. Gene seems to be having a great time today. Everywhere you look, there were just magnificent vistas. We had a companion helicopter that we kind of shadowed through our trip. Everywhere we looked, there were beautiful green valleys. Yes, those are trees out there, not moss. Tommy and Becky having a great time too. Spontaneous waterfalls just everywhere. One of the wettest places on the planet. Right here on Kauai. It rains every day in the center of the island. Beautiful green valleys. As we approach Waimea Canyon, you realize that there's parts of the island that are very, very dry. It's called the Grand Canyon of the Pacific, but in actuality it would only fit in a very small portion of the Grand Canyon in Arizona. But beautiful nonetheless. The red of the cliffs and the green of the valleys, just really spectacular. Lots of times we were flying below terrain. This is Barking Sands. It's a military installation that is on the western part of the island that looks towards Japan and China. Watching and listening post by our government. And there's Gene with his white shirt spoiling everybody's photography. There was really no shortage of spectacular photography despite the white shirt. The Kaua'i coast. No roads over here. The only way are helicopter into or to hike in, which sometimes takes 8 or 10 hours. Very remote area. The beaches are spectacular if you can get around there by boat. After flying through Waimea Canyon, through these canyon walls, it was pretty incredible to just break out and be right next to the Nepali coast. Very rugged area of western Kauai, only accessible this time of year by helicopter. Down from the resort, we climbed through a little treacherous path, muddy path that took us to a place called Anini Beach. It used to be called Wanini Beach, but it was on a sign and somebody apparently didn't like the W, so they shot it off, and somehow or another Anini stuck. To protect the little cove that the surf is breaking pretty large outside, as you can see, but there's a reef out there, and so the reef protects this little bay from a lot of the wave action. It's just a delightful little spot, right down from our hotel, about 300 feet below. There are also a lot of little beach rentals along here that are actually quite spectacular. Sunset Terrace of the St. Regis Hotel in Honolulu. We're looking out over Honolulu Bay. The surf is really good today. A lot of surfers out there. And it's a wonderful little spot. The sky is angry, and up in the mountains it's raining. But here it's pretty nice. Down the beach here at Honolulu Bay. It's raining in the mountains, you can see. But the sun is out, and it's really beautiful here. The water's very clear, cold. It kind of takes your breath when you first look into it, when you first step into it. And there is Princeville Hotel.
On a white sandy beach of Hawaii.
And Bali High is cloudless this morning. And look over at Honolulu Bay.
So much
by the way, this is the location for the inspiration of the song Puff the Magic Dragon. This mountain range is called the Dragon, and Honolulu is
sound of the ocean soothes my restless soul. Sound of the ocean rocks me all night long.
All good things must come to an end, but this one came to an end in a most remarkable fashion. This was a 35-year pilot's last flight, and as we taxied in to the terminal, on both sides of the airplane was a salute to this captain. Wonderful way to end a wonderful vacation.